Stackhouse away in the month of December to Detroit. Now Jim Jackson and Clarence Weatherspoon today. So you settle back and enjoy as we're going to get you to the hoop all night long right here on Fox Sports Ohio. Jimmy Clark, Tommy Nunez, Jim Kinsey, the three gentlemen out of the NBA offices that will blow the whistles tonight. And Cavaliers trying to see if they can maybe enhance that 8th playoff spot that they're sitting in right now in the Eastern Conference. It's too easy as Theo Ratliff throws down right away off the good touch pass from it's short as the nice ball swing from the Sixers found Iverson. Cavaliers are going to come to work in the front court. Shawn Kemp picked up that pass off the Derrick Coleman deflection and went glass for his first field goal. So Shawn coming off the 30-point, 17 rebounds, 6 assist performance against the Knicks. Puts the Cavaliers on the board.
I like the idea of establishing Kemp inside early.
Tied it 2 apiece. Iverson standing all by himself will drop that uncontested jumper. Well, Allen Iverson with his first field goal and then threw it away. Iverson pushing. Iverson got in trouble and Wesley Person picked him clean. Brevin Knight to the dash to the offensive end. Shawn Kemp going to go glass. Ilgauskas with an offensive putback that falls. Playing strong basketball on the offensive end as well.
Well, no question he has improved their team defense overall, which was deplorable before he arrived. But he's an opportunity offensive player, just hanging around the basket.
Zydrunas will fill up that short jump hook in the paint as Brevin Knight found him with the assist. Second field goal for Z. He's got 4. Zydrunas, who averages just about 13 a night and shoots 51%.
It's Allen Iverson handling the ball, palming it every time. Not really gaining an advantage, but carrying the ball.
Theo Ratliff is going to go to the line, but I'll tell you what, Shawn Kemp deposited him on his backside as Kemp said, you are not going to keep crashing the rim and throwing down on us all night long.
And again, you don't want to see anybody get hurt. You don't want to see any a flagrant type of foul. That's just a hard NBA foul and a good one. And Theo Ratliff will no doubt remember that next time he goes to the basket. There's not a little nastiness. You got to have a little bit of an attitude. You got to come out with that chip on your shoulder.
And Shawn Kemp, as we said, laying the wood in no uncertain terms on Theo Ratliff. So.
One of the 3.8 a game.
Yeah. Dennis Rodman mold when the Detroit Pistons and Doug Collins, the head coach, drafted him 3 years ago out of Wyoming. 6'10", lit the Cavaliers up for 21 points and 8 boards in that Cav win in Gund Arena after he came over for the first time.
This first clue how hard you had to work, how many things you had to be aware of, made strides in improvement in the second year, but Detroit Pistons giving up on a young big man like that can block shots for a look-see at Jerry Stackhouse, basically.
Wesley Person with a sweet slash, and then he threw it in the cup as he ran through the paint. Tim Thomas, a rookie from Nova, left that 3 short. Wesley Person will challenge and go glass and get it to drop.
Cavaliers looking to run at every opportunity, sensing and through the scouting report, watching them on tape.
2 goal hits in a row. Fords his 2-point lead as Derrick Coleman misses from in tight.
Well, so far, Zydrunas has kept Coleman shooting shots. Coleman is strong enough to power Z to the basket, but he has forgotten that part of his game. Consequently, the Sixers do not have a low post presence.
Zydrunas spinning baseline. How pretty is it with an up and under that schooled Derrick Coleman? We've seen it so many times before. When Z gets off early, he's got a quick 6. Theo Ratliff in a crowd, and Shawn Kemp's got the basketball. Brevin Knight will get the Cavs to the offensive end. Ilgauskas will flush with that one big step toward the front of the rim off another Brevin Knight assist.
Z Coleman weren't even to mid-court by the time Zydrunas was in the middle of the lane catching. Now Zydrunas,
he has kind of abused this Philadelphia interior defense. It was Eric Montrose the first couple of times around.
Much like the Toronto defense last week.
Allen Iverson so pure with that reverse as he just hung in the air and got it to fall.
And that gets the crowd going here at Core States. They like Allen to go off like that, try to penetrate, try to create. And Larry Brown wants him to do that, wants him to take good shots. But also Iverson has to find time to distribute.
Derrick Coleman just got a denial on Zydrunas Ilgauskas. Again, the light Cavs going big to big from Kemp to Z, top to bottom.
Look at Allen Iverson going by Brevin Knight, not the easiest thing in the world, and then just schooling. Players touch the ball. He has still not learned the art of distributing the ball and playing with teammates.
Shawn Kemp wheeled baseline there, and Derrick Coleman got hit with a hold on Shawn. So give an advantage to Kemp on this particular baseline spin.
Shawn loves that hard spin on the baseline. Once again, he's catching the ball so tight. Just blew by Coleman, who reached out and grabbed.
Wes Person will turn the corner and find Z.
Zydrunas Ilgauskas hit.
Coleman, good move on Kemp, but then got stripped as he put it on the deck. Wes Person pushing the Cavaliers to the offensive end. Kemp's lead is forward, 14-10 here in the early going. Shawn Kemp with that big jump stop in the paint. Ratliff had a rejection, but Ilgauskas hit the short jumper.
You got to look to dish to Ratliff's man to make him pay, make him think about coming over to help so much.
10-point first quarter, Zydrunas Ilgauskas. Shot clock at 4. Iverson, good find to Ratliff. And off his hip, he somehow got it to fall in the hole.
Just like that, Iverson beating his man, Brevin Knight, drawing Big Z, and then looking for the open man. That's just good basketball right there.
Doing it offensively. Zydrunas with a 10-point beginning. His counterpart, Theo Ratliff, has a quick 8 for Philly. And Ratliff wants it on Z. Theo Ratliff with an explosive throwdown at the offensive end.
I set up opportunity out buckets. That was a little bit more than that. That was a big-time drive to his offhand.
They're even now, Z and Theo Ratliff each with 10. Wes Person will triple. That's easy money for Wes when you give him that long to sight it up.
Draw and kick by Z, just getting in the lane, kick out to the shooter.
Out of 19-14. A lot of offensive fun here in the early going for both clubs. Derrick Coleman taking it strong to the hole. Tough look at it with Timmy Thomas in his mug. Coleman all the way to the hole for the easy deuce.
Well, we saw
Theo Ratliff sitting down. Theo off to that wonderful beginning, as we said, with the 10 points, a couple of boards, and a couple of block shots already. Terry Cummings, the veteran out of DePaul, 15th NBA year in. Terry Cummings might be the next one to make his way out of Philadelphia. Larry Brown and he have talked about that. Shawn Kemp to lace that line drive jumper, the Rain Man, with his second field goal.
Yeah, Larry, maybe for Felton Spencer, they are not quite a contender.
That could be the possibility. Jim Jackson and Clarence Weatherspoon there tonight. The rainbow jumper off the baseline. Iverson at 6 feet over the outstretched 7-3 frame of Zydrunas. The last 2 nights looks like the Bob Sura we saw in the last 50 basketball games of last year. Iverson went hard to the hole. The cleanup from Terry Cummings. Sura sprinting to the offensive end and got swatted by Derrick Coleman. Now Iverson will push in transition. Derrick Coleman will tee up the triple that's right there. DC, and he has that kind of ability, Matty, to step out and knock down the 3. Here comes Shawn Scott ready to go. Wes Person sitting down for the Cavaliers. Davis is also checked in for Philly.
Derrick Coleman looks very tired, like now had a pleading look over at Larry Brown, but Larry's going to ride that horse right now. He's playing well.
Saw that killer crossover from Allen Iverson that found Terry Cummings. And Bobby left both of those free throws a little bit short, and then may have compounded the problem by just reaching in and putting the hold on Derrick Coleman.
And it's always fun to see a player, especially a player like Bobby, who's obviously had some struggles this year with the ankle injury and trying to get in my life, where it's one of those days where you just everything.
Frederick Henderson's going to be the trigger man right in front of us. That high lob for Sura did not stay in the hole. Oh, Bobby Sura flying up there around the rim. Vitaly Potapenko. Shot clock at 5. Potapenko squaring up Terry Cummings and knocking it down.
It's been that kind of stretch for the Cavaliers. One night to Shawn Kemp gets you 30, another night 11. And really, from a coaching standpoint, you're looking for some kind of consistency so you know what you're going to get from each player. Mike Fratello not getting it right now.
Allen Iverson going to the hole and going into his offensive bag of tricks. Took the hit as he got the basketball to fall and is going to go to the line.
Well, Brevin Knight earlier this season said there's no way that Allen Iverson is quicker than me, meaning Brevin Knight. So far tonight, Allen Iverson has gotten the best of Brevin on 3 or 4 occasions, beating him off the dribble.
Well, Allen Iverson, who is only, as we said,
16 playoff teams right now. Brevin Knight, the only rookie playing for a playoff team at this particular point. I don't even think
he's missing with the left hand, but Aaron McKee The Temple product went up to grab the rebound. The high handoff from Allen Iverson, thrown down with some exuberance by Mark Davis.
Terrific pass by Iverson, seeing Davis all along, but there and McKee giving him the rebound.
This is Philadelphia's biggest lead of the night. Wes Person spotted up. Wes Person has dropped his second triple of the night. Person with 10. Again, sprinting to the offensive end. Mark Davis and Iverson found him for the easy deuce.
Quietly a dangerous offensive player. But McKee, well, Thomas can shoot from the perimeter. Scott Williams hasn't played very much, so his timing and rhythm are going to be off.
PC now with 11. Derrick 4 of 6 from the stripe, and he's picked off 6 rebounds to go with the 11 points. Person looked at Ilgauskas. Now Wes is going to stroke the triple that's right there. Wesley Person has tripled for the 3rd time tonight. The NBA leader now with 13 here in the first half.
Philadelphia went to a little bit of a half-court zone.
Scott Williams crashing off the Allen Iverson miss. Williams sweet find of Iverson. He got swatted by Zydrunas. Tim Thomas with that monster throwdown as Iverson hit him with a backhanded pass in the paint.
Philadelphia doing a terrific job of interior passing, and Scott Williams that time just wiped out Shawn Kemp, taking him out of the play.
Ilgauskas from the free throw line right there for Z as Shawn Kemp found him.
And that was a sign of it right there.
You see McKee handling the basketball now, and Iverson running off the baseline. A triple team on Iverson. And Cedric Henderson with the Cavalier board.
Now you can do some gambling off Aaron McKee and Scott Williams at this point.
Oh, Shawn Kemp with a terrific find of Zydrunas Ilgauskas, who missed the jump hook in tight. You see Cedric Henderson, he locked up Tim Thomas and gave him a facial as Thomas whirled. Zydrunas went crashing to the rim, and he is going to get to the line. That Henderson
went for the reach, recovered as Tim Thomas created some separation there.
Zydrunas with a total of 16 as he stands at the stripe. Z, who has been finding his way to that rim tonight.
How about every team calling the Cavaliers right now, right before the trade deadline, want to talk about one particular player. Zydrunas Ilgauskas.
Not surprising, is it?
No way.
Not going to happen. Not in this lifetime.
Wayne Embry going to give any thought.
That as a shot clock went off. 3-on-1 run out. Derrick Coleman all the way to the hole. And he challenged Shawn Kemp, who bodied up on him, and that's the 3rd personal foul on Shawn Kemp. Shawn Kemp might have to sit down. He just got hit with a 3rd personal. Cavs by 2.
Since the All-Star break, where he was a participant, and of course that's a busy week. Running shape, let's if you want to put it that way, as he was before the break. Still finds ways to score. Now, obviously, he's going to be an important figure for the Cavs the rest of the way.
As he tried to throw that bounce pass, Derrick Coleman giving himself up for the club, got a piece of it. Now, there's a situation.
Making $8 million for this year, would make $13 million next year if they Drazen Petrovic before his death.
Oh, yeah.
Kenny Anderson and Chris Morris and others. Oh, boy.
Well, Zydrunas just wanted to power it down. As
step in and up. Got to step up a little bit, and the passer has to be ready to deliver. You don't have a lot of time.
Money from the free throw stripe. 6 of 7 now from the line for Z. All of that here in quarter number 2. And makes Zydrunas 7 for 8. 19-point first half for Z. The thing about him now, the points are down, about 3 points per night, but his shot attempts are down. Just about 3 points per evening. As the Sixers back out top by 1. Asura in traffic. Big Tim Thomas has sent Iverson all the way to the hole to punch it down.
Well, we see the Cavaliers having some problems defensively, but more of the problems, Michael, are coming in.
Philadelphia sitting at 48 points, about another 50-point first half for a ball club. And again, as we kind of try to illustrate to you at the top of the show tonight, Cavaliers in losing 5 of 6. Cedric Henderson not there as the second quarter expires. Cavaliers going to have a little bit of a hill to climb if they want to take a win out of here, as the Cavaliers find themselves down 5, even though Zydrunas had that wonderful 19-point first half.
His offensive game in the half court. Nice draw kick by Bobby Sura, as Wesley Person has found the range from 3 land, getting 3 of his 13. careless pass, the turnover. Only 8 turnovers for the Cavaliers in the first half, but many of them led to these kinds of easy, high percentage shots for the Philadelphia 76ers. Washington is not in there. Once they get Howard and Weber back, I feel they'll make a strong run. So the Cavaliers have to mind their own business, and it's not really out of the realm of possibility that they can't climb. Good sign for Cleveland with Shawn Kemp getting off. They need some offensive punch from him in this third quarter.
Kemp going to work by knocking down the jumper on the Cavaliers' first trip to the offensive end. This is Theo Ratliff, and he will answer the Kemp jumper with a baseline hit of his own. Theo Ratliff, 12 points here tonight against the Cavaliers. Brevin Knight in the crowd. Look at Ratliff. Get up in the air and knock it down. Person will tee up the three. Wes Person has got that sweet stroke working tonight. He has tripled for the 4th time this evening. He's got 16. The scoreboard. Coleman wants it against Shawn Kemp. Ilgauskas got a piece coming to help Shawn.
This is the most I've seen Derrick Coleman of late going inside, where I said at the beginning of the game he can really cause a lot of problems when he gets it in there, because he can score. If you come down and double, he can pass. He can go get missed shots as well. He's an effective inside player, but he likes to do this, launch from the perimeter.
Stepped outside and could not connect from deep. The Cavaliers will hit the offensive end, looking to tie, maybe take the lead on this trip. Person for the lead. Book it. Wes Person. He's got the radar honed in tonight. Wesley has tripled 5 times. He's got 19.
Aaron counted anyway, had the whistle been blown.
Aaron McKee with a step baseline. Tim Thomas wanted to crash the hoop. Zydrunas Ilgauskas not going to give up anything easy, as Thomas wanted to send one down.
You're right, Michael. Good hard foul. Thomas, an electrifying player, can get this crowd going. These are the kinds of plays that he is capable of making. Good hard slash down the lane. And you never want to let the other team lay one up or dunk one on your head. Make him earn it from the free throw line. Good foul, Z.
Now, we showed you the points in the paint, so it's only got 2 more the rest of the half.
And really no reason why they shouldn't go inside. There's nothing that the not happy.
Well, Tim Thomas split the pair, so we're tied at 53 now, as Brevin Knight's going to come to work. Good find as Zydrunas Ilgauskas. Z got Derrick Coleman off his feet, and Z will step to the line with 19 points to go along with 8 boards tonight. They've averaged better than 103 points a night. Matty, 7 Cavaliers in double figures scoring wise against this Larry Brown defense. Coleman spotted up. This is Allen Iverson from the free throw line. Got it to drop. Allen Iverson with 14. Tim lowering the shoulder is Theo Ratliff as he went to the hoop, and that's going to be the 4th personal foul on Shawn Kemp. And Matt, we put up a graphic in the first half.
This as a player, an all-star, 9-year veteran, he's not, even though Theo Ratliff appeared to be making a good move on Zydrunas Ilgauskas, you know, he's going to have to put up a left-handed shot over Z, and you just don't want to pick up your 4th foul this early in the third quarter.
Larry Brown, as opposed to what he was asked to play for Doug Collins in Detroit. Wes Person turning the corner. Good cut from Potapico, but he got denied by Theo Ratliff.
At the offensive end, but it's really not different. Players say some ridiculous things. In Detroit, it was Grant Hill with the ball all the time. Here, it's Iverson.
Ratliff knocking down that face-up jumpers. Iverson with Aaron McKee, Theo Ratliff, Tim Thomas, and Derrick Coleman on the floor. Larry Brown made another major deal tonight if you're just joining us. The crossover from Iverson that draws the oohs and ahs, and then the Cavalier personal foul is going to go on Brevin Knight, and Brevin took another shot from Allen Iverson.
Now is when he starts flailing away with his arms and catching Brevin Knight.
4th shot of the night, and just came up with a steal. Iverson going to go all the way to the hole, and Shawn Scott will send him to the free throw line.
And then the other end of the floor, the hard foul by Shawn Scott to send Iverson to the floor. All right, not to the floor, but to the line.
As we mentioned, Theo Ratliff with 7 blocked shots against the New Jersey Nets in here in the loss to the Nets on Saturday night. following that up with 4 more. This ball club has gone from 18th to 7th in the NBA in blocked shots since Ratliff's arrived. All blockers in the league. His teams do not benefit by it. Cedric Henderson not benefiting from the iron tonight. Look out, Tim Thomas with the heavy send in off the high assist from Allen Iverson. Another look at how Allen Iverson got the rookie Tim Thomas flying around the rim.
Well, Allen Iverson really didn't have his head down enough up to be able to see Tim Thomas streaking in on the right side. That's the kind of play we see from time to time with Cedric.
Mike Fratello didn't waste much time. Shawn Kemp is back on the floor. Shawn went down with his 4th foul, and Philadelphia has exploded into this 7-0 run. Sixers lead it by 12. Kemp baseline hard with a finish off the square.
And that's what you'd like to see Shawn Kemp do in this situation. Before you take the shot, but you want to get people in foul trouble rather than settle for jump shot.
Well, DC out of Syracuse, 6'10", now in his 7th year in the NBA. He's already... Cavaliers need to make some inroads here to start quarter number 4. Kemp wants it on Coleman. Shawn got a bump, wasn't able to throw it in the hole, but he got DC off his feet. Matty will get right back to the line.
Well, he picked Coleman leaning a little bit, just jumping into him to get the 4th on Derrick Coleman. It's going to be so hard to put pressure on Allen Iverson. He's an excellent ball handler, can take it wherever he wants to go. The weakness of the Sixers right now is their perimeter shooting. So a good idea for the Cavalier defense is to pack that lane and dare the Sixers to beat them from the outside.
Cavs down 11, 70-59. Shawn Kemp with 6 of his 10 here in quarter number 3. Brevin Knight trying to stay on top of Allen Iverson, who goes glass and knocks it down. Threw it away. Brevin Knight is going to push to the offensive end. Person looking to triple. Wes Person has dropped his 6th three-point bomb of the night.
Wesley Person coming back with a vengeance.
And training. Gary Briggs celebrating, I thought it was birthday number 39 today, but he said, don't pull that Jack Benny number on me. Subtract 10 from that. So we'll go with 29. But Gary Briggs, it is his day today. And of course,
no, Iverson hit a short jumper in that stretch, but now just opening wide and giving up a lay-in.
Shawn Kemp in traffic, went and got his own and is going to get to the free throw line. I think those are some of the whistles Shawn is talking about, feeling when he gets in heavy traffic like that, Matt. I would like to hear that whistle blow more to send him to the free throw line.
He will get the benefit of the calls, and right now the Cavaliers can take advantage with 14. Theo Ratliff doing a terrific job at both ends of the floor.
Cavaliers down 10. And defensively, they just haven't gotten any stops in the paint. Brevin Knight dancing through traffic and got the roll from the dotted line. They'll try to cut this lead to 6, maybe to 5 here on this trip. Knight will turn the corner. Kemp thinking about the face-up jumper. Now whirling on Scott Williams and knocking it out.
Scott Williams got tired of staying low and moving and bending those ankles. Shawn Kemp just wore him down.
Shawn with a 10-point third quarter. He's got 14. Cavaliers down just 6. Cummins with Kemp on the baseline. Philly will turn it over. The reach down on the deck when the basketball's around his ankles.
Well, this Philadelphia crowd used to see a young man wearing number 34 across the parking lot. Charles Barkley used to do this on a regular basis. Dive into the crowd just in that fashion. Almost took that lady's head off in the process. And, of course, that just endeared Charles Barkley to the crowd at the Spectrum.
But Charles would then stand and share a smile and engage in a little conversation with those that he ran into.
Have a little sip of beer or soda or whatever happened to be in the cup. Although Charles announced that he has cut down on his.
Yes, I happened to see that on Sunday afternoon on the national telecast of the league. Knocked down a couple from the stripe, pulled the Cavs within 4. Essentially to beat the buzzer. 3 quarters in the books here in Philadelphia. Cavaliers got to climb out of a 7-point hole. Shawn Kemp with 10 third quarter points. 78-71 Philly when we get back. Fourth quarter at hand inside the Core State Center. Wesley Person has been on fire from home run range tonight. And along with Zydrunas Ilgauskas, they have pretty much been the two-man offensive performance here tonight. 14 of 18 between the two of them for 44 points. The rest of the ball club just 9 of 37 as we see. So it's the Cavaliers to the front court. Double on Shawn Kemp for 23%.
And even though the Cavaliers outscored by 2 points in that third quarter, did take good care of the ball. Only 3 turnovers.
Nice job by Vitaly Potapico. He got in the path of Derrick Coleman, and before DC got it on the deck, he got hit with his 5th personal foul and offensive foul for the charge.
Well, normally Vitaly does not get the benefit of the doubt on that particular call. Was falling backwards. He usually gets the whistle against him, but that's a key number right there. 5 personals on Derrick Coleman.
A lot of basketball to be played. 10 minutes and 20 seconds left. Wes Person keeping that gun warm. I mean, he's dialing up some big league long distance tonight. His 7th triple.
And that barely touched twine. That was pure. Actually, the Cavaliers running an in-game play to try to get Wesley Person a shot. He has been on fire.
Gonna ride him right now. Eric Snow against his former teammate Shawn Kemp. Kemp picking his buddy from Seattle's pocket and going to jump it up at the offensive end of Philly.
And Shawn Kemp actually has this basketball. Really shouldn't have been a jump ball. Tying up Snow. Really no possession on the part of Eric Snow. But then instead of arguing, Shawn figures, I'm going to get this dump anyway.
25 points. This is reminiscent of his player of the week.
York the other night, it was Cedric Henderson. Now Cedric Henderson can't scratch. And it's Wesley Person with the hot hand.
Shawn Kemp wanted to go all the way to the hole as he was taking it with power. And we have got a personal foul called by Jim Clark, and that Larry Brown incurred the...
Create something.
That shot was beautiful. You could see what Shawn still looked over Larry Brown and said, foul. That's why I'm going to the line. Philadelphia locker room. Kemp tried to complete the pair. Shawn hit them both. He's got 16, and the Cavaliers are back to within 4, closest they've been in quite some time. Now Bobby forced a pass in traffic and had it slapped away. Iverson on the dead sprint. Snow to the hole, and he's going to get to the line as the big step through from Mark Davis. Williams got Kemp in the air, and that's going to be 5 on Shawn Kemp.
That's how Shawn Kemp says he's been committing a lot of fouls. He said our half-court defense, our guards, are not stopping people, not containing the dribbler, and I find myself either trying to block shots, help out, or whatever, and get in foul trouble. And he's right most of the time.
3 points a night. Give him 6 rebounds to go along with the 10 points. Kemp turning baseline. Now Shawn will squeeze out the jumper that's right there. Shawn with 18 on the night. Sixers by 6.
And if Wesley Person was...
It looks as if that Danny Ferry's elongated consecutive games played streak is going to come to an end, Matty. Danny with 301 in a row going into tonight. Hadn't missed a basketball game since way back in early 1994. 3 full seasons plus. Danny Ferry had the inflamed knee looked at the clinic last week. He gave it a go against Milwaukee for a few minutes and against New York. But Mike Fratello has been saying it's pretty inevitable that Danny's run is going to come to an end, and it looks like tonight just may be the evening.
And Danny has been very proud of that, and rightly so, because you like to be dependable on your job. Let the boss know you're going to be there. So Danny deserves a lot of credit for that, but that knee does need rest.
Now look at Shawn Kemp in traffic. Shawn into his offensive arsenal as he went down off his hip and threw it in the hole with the left hand. Iverson's going to go strong to the rim. Carl Thomas got a piece of it. Ilgauskas rejected Coleman. Reverend Knight will start the Cavalier run to the offensive end. Sixers by 7. Person looking at the triple. Bang! Wes Person absolutely scorching from home run land. He's tripled for the 8th time tonight.
And Mark Davis, who's got the job of just shadowing Wesley Person, getting in his face, looked over to the bench, said, hey, nothing I could do. I tried to get out on him.
Allen Iverson will raise up and rip the jumper. So Allen Iverson with 23 on this night. Now Wesley Person just tied the Cavalier game individual record, as we're told by Bob Zink. Shawn Kemp let the work down inside. And Shawn Kemp has been hit with his 6th personal foul. He's done for the night. The Cavalier job just made a little bit tougher once again. Shawn Kemp, 16 of his 20 points here in the second half. Yet tonight, if the Cavaliers are going to win it in the final 5-13, they'll have to do it without their co-captain, Shawn Kemp.
Guards have to peel back and get those long rebounds.
Iverson through a real crowd. No. Take that away. Offensive foul, Allen Iverson. Iverson with the charge. He threw it in the hole, but it'll be negated on the call. Brevin Knight through some space. Person to unload the 3. Left this one short. It went down through the hole, but it won't count because it went up off that shot clock first.
Well, on that penetration, Brevin Knight was hoping to have Wesley Person in the right corner, but Wesley with the hot hand right now, really chasing the basketball. That's been a problem for him sometimes, not creating spacing, not...
On Eric Snow. Cavaliers will give Snow that 18-footer if he wants it. The double on DC. Shot clock at 3. Snow crossed over. Coleman will triple and fill it up.
That's just a good-looking shot by Derrick Coleman, forced to extend and follow through on the pressure by Vitaly Potapenko challenging that shot.
11 seconds on their shot clock. A lot of heroes tonight for the Sixers. Coleman, Ratliff, Iverson, Tim Thomas. They have shared the wealth. Iverson with a clean look at it, and he'll drain it. Allen Iverson with 25. Tello calling out his offensive set. Shot clock at 9. Ilgauskas with a left-handed hook that kissed the glass and went and one coming from the line. 2 and with the basketball. They're running Iverson off the baseline. Iverson will raise up. And he's going to get to the line as Brevin Knight went after him and planted Allen Iverson.
You don't want to foul that jump shooter.
Allen Iverson at the free throw stripe, 71% around the year. Is that a big night? She's got 26.
You know, it's not so much the ability of these great ball handlers, penetrators, scorers, if they can beat you off the dribble, so they can stop so quickly and create open spaces for themselves.
Give Allen Iverson 27 to go along with 8 assists. Had a big night on a trade evening here in Philadelphia. Sixers by 4 when we get back. Person tonight. Brevin the race to the hole. Got it denied. And then the whistle to send the Cavaliers to the line with 2.6 seconds left. Eric
to get to the line as Derrick Coleman messing around with Brevin Knight as he tries to step to the free throw line.
Brevin Knight has been a perfect 10 for 10 from the line tonight. 2.6 left. Cavs down 2. Cavaliers down just 1.
Philadelphia with 3 timeouts left. Cavaliers with 1.
Knight for the Cavalier tie. Left it short. Basketball kick to the deck, and it is over. Oh, baby, in unbelievable fashion, the Cavaliers must swallow a 98-97 loss to Philadelphia.
Very important, Michael. All the Cavaliers, the coaching staff coming out to put their arms around Brevin Knight. They don't want him to worry about missing that.
A very tough loss to swallow. Philadelphia, shorthanded tonight, beats the Cavaliers 98-97.